New York is a pretty good state. So a lot of money is spent to keep people at home. My life partner has multiple sclerosis, and at this point he's quadriplegic and he's ventilator dependent. And he receives 24 hours of care, of attendant services. So in New York, if that's what you need, you can get 24 hours. Anywhere else, probably, I don't know, maybe there are a few states where he would be able to stay at home, but in many other states, he would be in a nursing home. Not only do we have the 24 hours of care at home, we're in the consumer-directed program where he is the one who chooses. He advertises. We advertise. We train. We hire and fire the people that we want, rather than having people come from a medical model agency. So that's a big advantage to living in New York, and a lot of people move to New York or to some of the good states. So ADAPT has been fighting for legislation that would make it uniform all over the country, where it would be mandated to the states that attendant services and supports, whatever services you need to stay at home, are yours by choice, if that's your choice. Of course, if you want to be in a nursing home, that's your choice also. But most people, I would think, would prefer to live at home and have a life rather than be locked up in a nursing home.
When I was on the phone to you the other day, you alluded about something to do with marrying and not being at...
Yes, the one big problem that we have in this country, and is that healthcare is not a right. In England, it is. So we do not, in order to have these services, well, long-term care is only covered by Medicaid, which is a federal program, really, but it's funded also by federal and by state and by county. And Medicaid is, in order to be eligible for Medicaid, you have to show that you are poor enough to qualify. So what that means is that if you are disabled and in need of these kind of services, disabled enough to need these kind of services, you are forced into poverty. The idea is that you should use up all your money, whatever money you have, become poor, and then Medicaid will take over. Because in most states this situation is seen as very unfair, there are ways of getting around it. So they will allow people to put their money in what they call special needs trusts. And Danny has some money in a special needs trust. But if Danny and I were to marry, we've been together now 18 years, if we were to marry, my income and resources would be counted as his. I am able to do everything for myself up to now. As I get older, it becomes more and more difficult. And eventually, I will be needing help. What's going to happen then, I don't know. I've worked, all my life. I've saved a little bit. I thought that's what you were supposed to do. That's the American dream. And my resources would be counted as his. He would not qualify for Medicaid. I would have to pay for his care until all my money is gone. And then when I start needing help, I would have no money left. So that's why we are not legally married.